Well, experts say that a cyber attack should be expected following the killing of one of Iran's top generals. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott says that they've seen a rise in attempted cyber attacks, but none of them have been successful. In a meeting of Abbott's domestic terrorism task force, he reminded local governments, you've got to be vigilant.
The immediate threat is this, and this information comes from DIR in the state of Texas, and that is they have noticed an increase of attempted attacks from Iran on state agencies at the rate of about 10,000 per minute.
10,000 per minute. I want to bring in Craig Timberg. He's a national reporter covering technology for the Washington Post. So, Craig, we heard Governor Abbott there saying right there that at the state level, talking about how this is an issue. Is that the type of target that experts think Iran might try to instigate and disrupt?
There actually are a lot of different types of targets. There's, aside from government agencies, there's electrical systems, there's telecommunication networks, there's dams. It's a big country. There's a lot of potential targets for a sophisticated country like Iran, and a country that's willing to use these technologies to disrupt its enemies.
Iran has launched cyber attacks against the U.S. before. What do some of those previous attacks tell you about their sophistication and their capabilities?
The most famous cyber attacks against the United States happened in 2011 to 2013, where the Iranians really worked to disrupt banking operations in the country. For a couple of years, they were flooding banking networks at a regular schedule to really to protest the financial sanctions against Iran. And while they didn't get into the banks, they didn't steal money, they didn't move money around, they did cause a fair bit of disruption. So, and more recently, of course, they attacked this big Saudi oil company and destroyed a bunch of computers, so they're pretty capable.
Senator Marco Rubio tweeted last night, be aware that we are experiencing a stunning volume of troll and disinformation activity on Twitter. We're witnessing coordinated information warfare regarding, and he writes here, hashtag Iran attack, spreading false information designed to create confusion and division. Craig, we focus a lot on Russia's misinformation tactics, but does Iran pose that sort of same level of threat as well?
Oh, absolutely. The Iranians have been very active in the disinformation space on every social media platform you can think of over the past several years, really almost as long as the Russians. Their operations tend to be not quite as big and not quite as sophisticated, but they're pretty big and pretty sophisticated. And Facebook has done several major takedowns of networks that are based in Iran. One of the big differences is that while the Russians seem to support Donald Trump in the 2016 election and worked very hard to defeat his opponent Hillary Clinton, the Iranians are not nearly as happy with Donald Trump. And so they're more likely to push on the other side, which, of course, we kind of have a battlefield in cyberspace at this point.
When you look at the tactics and the digital fingerprint, how is Iranians' capabilities of their misinformation tactics and their approach different from what you see on a cyber level coming out of Russia?
Well, the Iranians are more likely to use sort of cutouts like journalists and news organizations, state-aligned news organizations to try to spread their messages, and they're more likely to take one side of an argument. Whereas for example, if they want to argue that the United States has been overly aggressive in Syria, what they put out on Facebook and Instagram will be very close to what they're saying publicly. The Russians really played all sides of this. To some accounts, they would say. They would make anti-immigration messages. On other accounts, they would make messages complaining about the treatment of the coal industry. So the Russians were a much more complex and comprehensive kind of operation.
Craig Timberg, I want to thank you very much for joining us, Craig.
It's my pleasure.